I remember being a little girl. Sometimes it feels like a distant past, other times it feels like it was just yesterday that I had to hide ideas from my mom when I was supposed to be asleep. Enter a story about me that no one asked for part 5. I played a lot of games as a kid, and I used the DS my parents got me like it was the last time I'd ever see it. Then when I was 12, my DS suddenly stopped working and I was devastated. It genuinely felt like the end of the world to me. My mom felt bad for me and ended up buying me a new one along with 3 new games. Some random SpongeBob game, Mario Party, and a game I don't hear enough about, Super Princess Peach. I not only had no idea this game existed, but it was the one I was the most curious about. I played it to death, got stuck towards the end of the game, and it wasn't until years later that I replayed it. It may not be the best game ever, but it's great to me and I'll never forget how much I love it. Hey, it's Nana Plays Games, aka MPG. Happy Valentine's Day, I hope your day is going well. Today we're going to talk about the 2 games that Princess Peach got in her 40 years of existence. Super Princess Peach, the game I already kissed the ass of, and Princess Peach Showtime. Though both games are similar in name, they're quite different and their backgrounds are unique. Though they're different, they're both insanely special to me, and I think talking about both of them and why I adore the games so much is a great idea. You're probably thinking, what the hell is so important about these games? Well, let me make my case. Let's start with the background for Super Princess Peach. Super Princess Peach officially released in October of 2005, or if you're from North America, February of 2006. It's considered to be the first title where Peach is the main protagonist of her own game, and was released on the Nintendo DS. The game focuses on Peach playing the role of saving Mario and Luigi when Bowser kidnaps them, a total reverse of the usual damsel role she plays in the games. The game was greeted with mostly positive reviews, though people criticized it for being too easy. Even so, it ended up selling 1.7 million copies worldwide, putting it in the top 50 best-selling DS games. Not too impressive, but not bad by any stretch either. Princess Peach Showtime, the second game released where Peach is the protagonist, was released quite recently on March 22nd of 2024. The game focuses on Peach receiving a flyer from the Sparkle Theater and decides to take a trip there. When she gets there, she figures out that a new villain called Madame Grape has stolen the shows and trapped participants inside. It's up to Peach to stop her and her minions, so again, it makes her less of a damsel and more of a hero. Like Super Princess Peach, it received positive reviews, but was also criticized for its lack of difficulty. By May of that same year, it sold 1.2 million copies, a modest amount of copies with it just having been a little over a month into its release, though that was just last May, so it could be way more by now. Both of these Peach-centered games are nearly 2 decades apart, and though they share similarities, they share even more differences. Even then, they're both still so special in their own ways and have a strange way of opening your heart. So let's talk about what makes these games so important. Super Princess Peach and Princess Peach Showtime may have Peaches as protagonists, but they couldn't be more different from one another. The playstyles of both games are very unique from one another, so we'll start off with talking about Super Princess Peach. Since Super Princess Peach was released on the DS, it took full advantage of the device's touchscreen. As a platformer, it operated a lot like the Yoshi's Island game on the DS, and both games deviated from the usual cut-and-dry gameplay most 2D Mario games are known for. Instead of jumping on enemies and just speeding through levels, Super Princess Peach offers 4 types of special abilities called Calm, Gloom, Joy, and Rage. Each ability offers new ways of getting past level obstacles and hazards, though Peach is able to kick ass with her parasol as well. The game requires players to be smart about how they use their abilities, and it's so good to see games making you truly think about how you play. And contrary to what other people say, the game's platforming hazards are capable of being difficult. Surprisingly, the game's physical copies aren't being sold for too much online, at least compared to other DS games. Moving on, Princess Peach Showtime, re-released on the Switch, was obviously higher quality and made the game 3D, though quite a few levels were 2D. It's an action-adventure type game with a lot of fun roles to choose from, each changing your playstyle and abilities significantly. You have to complete different acts within different plays, and though there are a ton of really cool roles, some are more fun than others. Shockingly, Princess Peach Showtime is a lot easier than Super Princess Peach, and it honestly feels like playing a game for babies. The game is also fairly short, but is very fun and has a lot of beautiful outfits and designs. Even so, a lot of people say it wasn't worth $60, and as someone who had it pre-ordered, that couldn't be closer to the truth. Now to compare both games. Both games came out at drastically different times and on different gen consoles, and there's nothing really similar about them in gameplay or even hardware, like at all. The 2 games are regarded as too easy, and I'm inclined to agree, but it seems to be the only major criticism about the games that I see. Now, onto what's actually the important part of this video. Why are these games so special to me? Well, I've never seen a Mario game be so confidently cute before, and that's saying a lot because a bunch of Mario games are chock full of cute things. I miss bright and cute games meant to light up your day and feel like a kid again. I love them both because they also explore different areas of femininity, aka expressiveness with emotions, fashion, and more. Both games also represent feminine qualities in a good light without taking too much away from it. To be more specific, a lot of games tend to flip-flop between whether they should characterize the female characters as nothing girl bosses or super feminine damsels, but who says we can't have the good combo of both? Women in games are allowed to be as strong as they are cutesy and feminine, the two aren't mutually exclusive. They should be allowed to be multifaceted and flexible. It adds a lot of necessary depth to their character. We may see Peach getting kidnapped and whisked away for like 90% of her appearances outside of spin-offs, but these simple games remind people that she is capable in a way different from Mario and Luigi. As a kid, there weren't too many female-led games with super feminine features other than Space Channel 5 and Bayonetta, but I hadn't played those until years later. So the only game I'd played like that was Super Princess Peach, and no matter how simple it was an experience like no other. I have no problem playing as male characters in games, but it feels nice to be seen in a positive light, if only for a couple of hours while sitting in a dark room with a cat on my lap. Both games gave me a really good experience in different ways. Super Princess Peach was not only a lot of fun, but was the first Mario game I'd played that was unlike the others. It really helped me get out of my comfort zone and explore other games, no matter how different they were from what I was used to. It's a cute, mildly entertaining, and super creative game I've liked for years but never really talked about. How I feel about Princess Peach Showtime is a little more complex. Princess Peach Showtime allowed me to live out some of my childhood dreams through Peach, and it may sound silly, but I feel like it helped me come to terms with my newfound adulthood. That no matter what binding choices I make going forward, I can always find time to do things that make me happy and make me feel fulfilled. Life is what I make it. It's not too late to achieve anything. Or something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to find a reason why this game had me grinning like an idiot. Here's a personal take from me. I'm usually pretty critical of the games I play. I think substance and optimization are the most important features of the game, and I tend to not like games that are lacking one or both of these things, no excuses. Even so, I subconsciously made an exception for Princess Peach Showtime. It was so incredibly fun that while I was tearing it to shreds for feeling hollow and way too easy, I couldn't stop myself from smiling the entire time I was playing it. I felt like a little girl again, like I was playing dress up but I could actually act out my fantasies. It was worth the experience, not $60 goddamn, but worth something nonetheless. Both Super Princess Peach and Princess Peach Showtime are both adorable games that may be lukewarm to most, but are still thought of fondly by me. As hard as I am on a lot of games, these games unfortunately have me weak in the knees for all the wrong reasons, and I'm not ashamed of that. The Mario girls honestly deserve more love. Even if it's only Peach getting it, it's better than nothing. Again, happy Valentine's Day. I desperately wanted this video to come out today, so I messed up my sleep schedule to release it earlier than I usually would have. Today is a day of love, and I figured anyone watching deserves to hear that they're important and loved by someone. If not by someone you know, then the girl on YouTube who you don't know and who doesn't know you. As always, let me hear your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe, and donate to my coffee if you like. This is MPG, I'll see you later. Peace!